Hello, say hi to a happy day and enjoy listening while I read to you a story. The Wild Swans. Once upon a time, in a distant land, there lived a king. He was blessed with 11 sons and one daughter, Eliza. Sadly, his wife had died, but the king was a loving father and the children were happy. One day, however, everything changed. The king decided to marry again. His new wife was cruel, but the king was blind to her evil ways. She had Eliza sent away to live with a poor family in the forest, and the princess banished from the kingdom. She cast an enchantment on the boys, transforming them into wild swans. They flew away, wondering sadly if they would ever see their sister again. The years passed. Eliza was never allowed to return home, and every day her heart ached to see her brothers again. On her 15th birthday, she decided to go in search for the prince. Eliza walked through the forest until she reached the shores of the ocean. As she gazed at the sun setting below the sea, 11 wild swans landed on the sand. Eliza gasped as the swans suddenly transformed into her brothers. "Whenever the sun is up, we live as swans," the eldest brother explained. "Only at nightfall may we return to our human form. We live across the ocean now, far away. Come home with us." So Eliza went to live with her swan brothers. One night she had a strange dream. A fairy told her that she must make a shirt made of nettles for each brother. Once they put it on, the spell would be broken and they would be human again. But Eliza was to stay silent until her work was finished. Otherwise, her brothers would die. When Eliza awoke, she started on her task right away. She didn't utter a word, even though the nettles stung her hands. She worked hard all day. Just as she was about to return to her brothers, a group of huntsmen led by a king appeared. The king fell in love with Eliza at first sight. "Come with me to my palace and be my queen," he said. As Eliza was sworn to silence, she couldn't protest. Holding the nettle shirts, she reluctantly left with the king. "Your Majesty, you cannot marry this girl," the archbishop complained. "There is witchcraft at work here. Mark my words." That night, Eliza tried to sneak out of the palace, but the archbishop caught her and brought her before the king. "The girl is up to something, Your Majesty," cried the archbishop. "She is a witch." The king was heartbroken. Eliza dared not to speak to defend herself, and so she was condemned to death. At sunrise, still clutching the nettled shirts, Eliza was taken to her place of execution. Suddenly, 11 swans swooped down from the sky. Eliza threw the shirts over her swan brothers. They instantly changed into young men. "Now may I speak?" Eliza exclaimed. "I am no witch. All I ever wanted was to break an evil curse and free my brothers." The king was shocked by this. "My true love," he cried, "can you ever forgive me?" Eliza nodded. The spell had been broken. She had her brothers back, and she knew she would never be unhappy again. The end. I hope you enjoyed listening to this story, The Wild Swans. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to listen to more of our favorite book stories. See you soon!